Hi everyone, here in the shop today. A little bit warm out here. I've got the air conditioner off so we don't have the background noise. Got a new acquisition. This is the E-Flite Timber distributed through Horizon Hobby. Horizon Hobby is a great company. I've dealt with them 3 or 4 times. I've purchased product from this company, either directly or through some of their distributors. And I can't say enough about them. They're a great company. That's probably my #1 favorite RC company to deal with. I picked up the Bind and Fly model. Picked it up for $249.99. If you use the discount code FOAM, F-O-A-M, and you're buying it through a Horizon distributor, you'll save an extra 20 bucks off of it. So can't beat it, $229. Does have the AS3X stabilizer, and I believe it has safe technology, which is like the Apprentice, where you're flying along, if you get in trouble, you can hit your button and the plane will right itself. So I'm looking forward to getting it out. It comes with floats and everything else. I'm going to yank it all out of the box here, and through the magic of video editing, we'll make this a quick process. One other thing I'm noticing on here is the control surfaces. Everything is internal. If you look at here, you can hear the servo running. The control linkage right here is, I don't know if you can see it right here with my finger, but try to get it where you want to focus in on. Right here where my finger's coming out is the linkage rod. And the servos are underneath these little plastic cover plates. So that's true on both the flap and the aileron. So very clean surface. These are slotted flaps too, so they roll right up inside there. That's real nice. Real nice. A little bit of excess glue on it. That looks real good. Got the lights in it and everything. Not attention to detail in there. Those are just stuck into the foam. They're not glued in or nothing. They're very loose. So you're going to have to dab a little dollop of hot glue on there to keep it locked in. So that's looking good. All the way in there. Alright, it's a nice big wingspan. Supposed to be 61 inches, I'm 68 inches. So slightly shorter than I am. Looking good so far. It does have a couple of little pieces in here to keep the wings together. Looks like I got one that goes in right there. That's it. See what these look like. Oh, good. It has it built into the control surfaces are linked. So it makes it where they go together with a nice little preformed joint right there. That way when one side moves, both sides move. So that's good. And it does have a little carbon fiber spar right here that's going to run through it, so give it some extra rigidity. Looking good on that. Alright, at this point I'm going to pause the video, get this thing put together, and when we come back it will be assembled and ready to tune. It does have a couple of decals in there. Alright, sounds perfect. Stand by. We'll be right back with a completed product. Alright, let's talk about it a little bit. If you look down here at that little contraption right there, you almost got to have a young man's fingers to get that, and a young man's eyes. Wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And I can tell you those screws are not going to hold. So you're probably going to want to put a little dollop of CA glue right there. The suspension does work very nicely, so it works just like any articulated gear should. What you want to look for when you're landing is this. This is what an articulated gear does. It swings out back and forth, and I think it'll work just perfect for those rather rough bounce ends that I'm happen to be famous for. Again, there was a couple other things that I wasn't real keen on. If you look at the tips of the lights on the wing tips right here, they are not the sorry about that. They are not in there good. They're just basically stabbed into the foam. There was also some other issues on it. On the vertical stab, you kind of see it right there. It's where they glue the two halves of the fuselage together. Just kind of a poor fit and finish to it overall. Not real pleased. I'm thinking maybe they rushed this thing to market. Small things, like I said, nothing in particular, but you know, when you're dropping a couple $100, you would like for it to look good, at least for your first flight. You may have a lot of dings on it after you fly it, but you want your first maiden flight to be clean and no issues on the plane whatsoever. So at any rate, that's what we're looking at right now, and I am fixing to go in and get my receiver, and we will bind this up. So stand by. Alright, here we go. We have the E-Flite from Horizon Hobby Timber. It's all assembled now. We do have everything hooked up. Receivers been bound up to it. It is a bind and fly model that I bought. Let's check out the lights on it. See if we can turn off some of the lights in here and see if it shows up any better. So you can see it's got the beacon on top, beacon on bottom, as they should be. Has a, probably hard to see it because it's still got some light on in here. See if I can turn this backlight off. There we go. We have a red on the left wing and a white strobe. Let's come back over here. Can't really see it, but it is a green on the right tip with a white strobe. Let's zoom out a little bit. I want to show you this landing light on it. It's pretty bright. I will probably wind up putting this on a switch so that I can turn it off and on. That is just absolutely bright. It's not doing justice in here because it's so small, but you're coming in, you're definitely going to be able to see it approaching you with no worries at all. There's the green light over there we was talking about. Overall, let's talk about the plane a little bit. I did set it up with safe technology on there. I know a lot of people don't like that, and that's fine. I've only been flying about a year. I learned on the Apprentice. This wing is only held together with these two nylon bolts right here. This is really too big for me to fit it into a sedan. So what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and glue the two wing halves together. Just nothing heavy, just a little bead of contact cement down there so that they stay together. And then I'm going to get some longer leads for the connections. And I'm going to label them. These did not come labeled. The only ones labeled was the ones for the lights. Everything else was take a guess at it. So I'm going to label them, put longer extensions. That way I can transport it with the wing off. And it'd be relatively easy to do then. Got nice good ventilation in here. Look at this. You got two holes big enough to stick your finger in, plus another one down here on the bottom that goes right in the top of the ESC. The manual is not real accurate. It talks about when you're binding it up, turn the switch off. There's no switch on this. So I think it was a generic manual that maybe went with the Apprentice or some other model, but definitely no switch that I've seen anywhere on here anyway. Now I didn't dig up inside the battery compartment, but so I'm not sure on that. We do have the receiver set up, and let's give it just a smidge of throttle. And that's got the AS3X working. Typically on the E-Flites you got to give it 10 to 20% throttle to activate the AS3X. It's very quiet. You can hardly hear that. Let me turn this air conditioner off in the background. It's probably giving us some excess noise. Listen real close. You can barely hear it. It's nothing like the Apprentice. The Apprentice is really, really, really noisy. There's my co-pilot. Come back here, co-pilot. Say hi, co-pilot. Hi. You're going to be YouTube famous.
I don't think
or infamous, I guess. So that's co-pilot, otherwise known as CFO. She's the one that handles all the finances and tells me when I can buy a plane. Not really. Alright, so anyhow, this is a good breaking point. Co-pilot just came in with some lunch, so I am going to take a break. Back in a minute. Alright, we have the timber. Getting ready to stick it up in the air. We have pre-flight checks going on right now. Looks good on the suspension. Motor's fine. Control surfaces. Check out the throws on those control surfaces. Quite a bit. There's high rates, mid, and low. So we're going to be flying this on high rates. This comes with lights on both wing tips. Got a red on the left, green on the right, of course. Plus it has strobes on each wing tip. And it has your beacon marker on the top. And I don't know if you can see it with the sun in the background, but you got a constant on beacon on the bottom. And of course the flasher on the top. We did a benchtop review on this. And now it is time to get the flight behind us. Flying into the west-facing sun over there, so gonna have to get me some sunglasses on. And you look around for your sunglasses, try to find something that has a full wraparound. I find that they really help a lot to keep the glare out and stuff. Check out those landing lights. Man, those are bright. All right, let me get the hatch back on this so it doesn't blow away. This is the Corsair. Just finished a Maiden on it. Went very well. Had to do a lot of trimming on it, but other than that, she did great. Alright, one thing I don't like about this is that battery entry at the bottom. I don't know why E-Flite does that. Proper place for a battery is right up there in the top hatch. Makes it a lot more convenient. Alright, this is known for its short takeoff and landings. We won't be doing that this morning on the first one. We're going to just give it a little throttle. Just want to make sure the AS3X is functioning. Motor off. Yep. Looks to be correct. Right aileron, left aileron, up elevator down, right, left rudder, motor on. Alright, let's shoot for a scale takeoff. Rear wheel is up on the mains, little up elevator, nice. Now this does not have the slats on it. Oh yeah, look at those lights. I don't know if they translate out good in the video, but they are pretty bright here. Wow. Nice and floaty too. Just a touch and go. Uh-oh. My sunglasses are starting to fog up on me. pretty humid out here today. Alright, let's give it a whirl here. There's full throttle. Nice big lazy man's loop. Out of the throttle. Back down where it started. Looks good on that. And again, we are in high rates. Let me come around here. Get on a pattern circuit. And then we'll try a aileron roll. Alright, full throttle, get a little more altitude. That was aileron only. Sorry about that, got a little high. Alright, let's try it with aileron and rudder. Full throttle again. Well, she does pretty good. I'm going to have to come out of my glasses though, because I am completely fogging up for some reason this morning. It's so humid. Alright, let's try an inverted pass. Not bad. Alright, let's try the panic recovery. Let's say we are flying along inverted. We hit our panic recovery and it writes it right back over, so that's doing exactly what it's supposed to. Don't forget to turn your panic recovery off. You can, on the Apprentice, if you have it in panic recovery, there's very little control input you have on that plane. On this one, I notice when you go into panic recovery, it still lets you control the entire aircraft, just like nothing's going on. So make sure you memorize where that switch position is going to be at. And there you can see the repairs to the field. Make it a bush plane. Hey, what's up, man? You back out, huh?
20 seconds. Oh, yeah. I'm used to out here every weekend.
I figure if you was that close to getting your plane ready, you'd be putting the final touches on her.
Yeah, I can get it ready today.
Yeah, I remember last night you said Sunday.
Yeah. I stayed up late last night and did some stuff to it.